Hi, it's Lynn with Soft Squares. I just came back from a store in Salt Lake called Quilt, etc. It's in Sandy, Utah, which is part of Salt Lake. And I just did a fabric haul and I want to show you what I got. This is their bag. But on top of this, I am going to do a video walkthrough of their store. So that will be coming out in a week or two. So that will be coming later where you can see more about this awesome store. It is amazing. But they're called Quilt, etc. And there's their little ribbon. And I'm going to show you what I had gotten. So first thing I'm going to show you is this. I am in the process of planning some projects that are going to be wall hangings, and that's what this is. It's a holder for the wall hanging. But in addition to it being cute and having the sewing machine on there, this is a spool of thread, of gold thread. And I don't know if you can see it because of the reflection, but that gold thread goes through here and down here and then out. So I know it'd be more noticeable against a lighter wall, but I just thought this was so cute. So I'm really excited. This store had a ton of these. You also can get them online. I will put the link for Amazon where you can get those below if you wanted to look there. But I also got fabric. So this and this is a 1 yard piece of this. So the exact same thing. This one right here, I took what they had left as for a big chunk. It's the exact same thing, but it's white on white. It's really hard to see. This is all through Ruby Star Society. I don't know if you can see that now. But this is about a 52-inch piece. And let's see, this is called Rashad Coleman Zip. Rashad Coleman is the designer. Okay, so these are the same. And then I got 1 yard of each of these. So I have this one. And this one is a batik. And this one. So really excited. I went to their sale room. That's my favorite place. This store has pretty much everything you can think of for high quality quilting. It is a fun store to go into. And I love it when I could get stuff in their bargain room because that's hard to find. But I also had gotten a bundle wrapped up in here of 10 quarter cuts of fabric for just $20. And I'd already opened it up, but I want to show you what's in there. And here's the yellow that goes with that. So it also has a yellow, and it's not a fat quarter. It's an actual quarter times width of fabric. So remember, a fat quarter is this doubled and then cut right here to make a chunkier piece to work with. So it's 18 by 22. This is the same number of square inches, but it is 9 by 44. So this is why you don't see a quarter of a yard cut that much, because it's not as easy to use, just simply because you are limited to the 9 inches unless you have a seam. But there's a lot you can do with that, and I was really excited to see so many options of this color. Now, in addition to that, I found this, and I believe it's by the same designer. I can't tell, there's not enough on the salvage when you get a quarter yard like this, but just the way that the salvage looks and the fact that the name on here looks like something else that I saw. I think I'm guessing right that it is the same designer. This one right here does have the name of the designer that I saw on here. It's called Speckle, and it's by Rashada Coleman Hale. And again, this is why I think this is part of the same designer, because of the way this border has been. Does that make sense? And this is the same name, and her name shows up on one of these others as the designer. It's obviously not the same line. There we go. Rashada Coleman. So Hale. So here is that line and what she did, but she's also on this one. So And this just looks very similar in style. Now I've got a mess. It's gonna drive me crazy. Okay, now there's more. I told you there were 10 in this bundle. And this is cute. It looks like albums coming out of a sleeve, like an album cover. It's the best I can think of. It's just cute, kind of retro looking in the colors. And I don't know who this is by. Ah, Rashada Coleman. Hey, we're on a trend. We're on to something. Okay, and we've got more. This is by Sarah Watts. And I don't know more than that. We could Google her and see what might show up with unicorns. Here's 2 more that are woven. They're such pretty dark colors. Lightweight, but have a good feel to them. That was also part of my bundle. And then there's 3 right here that look like they're part of the same collection. It says 2019, it's called Mix Up. And here it is in a different colorway. That's gonna bug me. There you go. And here it is in a coordinating print. And it's called Anagram by Kimberly Knight. But it is definitely the same line. This is also Ruby Star Society, because you can see the word society and it has this cool border that they put on there. And this very well could be Ruby Star Society as well. You don't usually see these fat salvages that are decorative and go so far into the fabric, except for a few lines, and that's one of them. So there's all that, including my yellow piece. They're not meant to be a collection, but I was able to see that we definitely have some things that go together, but I love it. So got some new things just to add to my stash, and then a bunch of 1-yard cuts and a lot of this really cute stripe. But there is more. All right, I am going to do a project in the next week or so where I'm going to make a gnome. This is the Easter gnome, and this is the pattern for it. And we've got Valentine and Christmas, and there's gnomes of all holidays and seasons. And you can buy a kit that has everything you need to make the gnome, but you need to buy the pattern. So it takes 2 things, but then after you have the pattern, you can buy as many kits as you want, or you can make it up yourself, but there's so many different components. These ready-made kits make it easy. You don't have to track down the wool and the fleece and the hair and the buttons and all that, because this has everything you need right there. And I bought these because they were in the same part of the store, and these are called plugs, but I think it would be a nose, and I'm guessing that might be why they were there. I'm going to use it as a nose, and I might need to wrap fabric around it, or I might leave it just how it is. All I know is I have noses. That's what I'm going to do with this. All right, and then because he's weighted, they even have this, I think it's called silicone sand, that I could get. You can also fill it with walnut chips. There might be some others, but I believe I have all that I need to put this together, and you will be seeing me do a video. And at that time when I do that, I am going to put a link so you can go find these and make your own gnomes. And there's a whole bunch of other besides gnomes, but little guys like this that sit on the shelf, and they're so cute. And I'll show a couple pictures of that at the end of this video. But watch for that tour where I'm going to talk more about it, and then watch for another video where I'm going to be making the Easter gnome. And then you can buy the supplies all through Quilt, etc. In fact, these patterns are exclusive to Quilts, etc. And I spoke with the pattern designer. Her name is Pauline. She actually works there. She's been there for like 30 years, and she makes tons of these patterns, and they're exclusive to Quilt, etc. So you can't even find it anywhere else. Anyway, the point is, I'm excited. And just to let you know, I got all of this stuff I just showed you, and I only paid $110, and that's with the sales tax. So I did really well. This is one of my favorite quilt stores. It has a lot of really high quality quilts, fabric. I'm going to do a tour. Watch for that video. You'll get to see what I mean and why I love it so much. But thanks for your time, and that's it for today and my fabric haul. Have a great day.